Conservative hacks, conservative pundits, specifically Benny Johnson, are now calling for like the extermination of DC neighborhoods. Not even kidding. We have it on video. And it's funny. Also, I want to point something out. A lot of other YouTubers have talked about this. Benny Johnson, who, if you don't know who he is, thank God. Benny Johnson is some closeted gay homosexual fucking streamer who is like incredibly hardcore right wing. And the reason why we know he's closeted is because he once said on X, he was like, these ads are really weird, man. And then posted a picture of like a fucking gay cruise. And everyone was like, dude, these are targeted ads. These are targeted ads. But at the same time, now the same guy is talking about bulldozing entire neighborhoods in DC to cleanse them. And you could probably guess what neighborhoods he's talking about. So let's just give this a watch. Now, before we do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, and it helps me immensely. And if you want to support the channel financially, please do. You could buy merch. You can donate to the channel. You can do everything. But let's give it a check out. Let's watch how conservative media is talking about this.
President Trump is doing God's work by refederalizing D.C. By the way, D.C. was set up as a federal city. It's in the Constitution. It's
this same guy, by the way, is he's like a lot of people are accusing him of purchasing bots for his YouTube account because his YouTube growth is better than anybody has ever seen, even though his views are going down. He's like gaining subscribers. Now, these are accusations. But it is a little bit suspicious.
Our founding fathers intended it. These laws are...
You think he's a power bottom? I think he's a power bottom.
Still fully enforceable. They've never been rescinded or amended. President Trump and the executive, through the House of Representatives, controls Washington, D.C. President Trump controls budgets. House of Representatives and the Speaker of the House is technically and historically...
Oh, and by the way, guys, before you come for my throat, there's nothing wrong with being gay. There is something wrong with being a closeted homosexual while also advocating for, like, Christian theocratic fascism. That there's something wrong with.
The mayor, the lead of D.C. That still remains on the books. What happened to D.C., especially during the civil rights period, was that protesters that were bussed up here stayed here. The city was burned to the ground.
No, it wasn't. When was Washington, D.C. burned to the ground other than fucking 1812? And also notice I was literally just talking about black people. It's like during the civil rights era, the worst era in American history, they bust up all these people. You know what I'm talking about. And they stay. Dude, he's very, very clearly talking about black people.
This happened during massive riots throughout the 60s and 70s. Mass swaths of the city were torched and were never really rebuilt.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about like when the National Guard started hosing down black people? What are you fucking talking about? Thank you for the $2, common sense.
And so what President Trump is doing is reasserting control of not only our nation's capital, but truly the seat of Western civilization.
The seat of Western civilization.
It's one final little note here that kind of blends outside of the personal, which is that Washington, D.C. is a representation of the work of your forefathers and mine. It is, by every measure, a very beautiful city architecturally. It is a sacred city. It is a sovereign place with monuments to great men and women who've sacrificed far more than you or I could ever dream for this country.
Absolutely. Which is why, you know, we shouldn't be allowing Donald Trump to fucking send in the FBI and take over the DC Capitol Police and set up fucking barricades and start deploying the National Guard and turning it into his own little private fucking fortress. What? How the fuck are conservatives going to bat for more government intrusion, for more troops on the fucking streets? I thought you guys were all about small government. You lying fucking rats.
Must be preserved because the peoples of Earth come here.
The peoples of Earth come here? What does that even mean?
By the millions per year in order to witness the success or failures of our systems. And if you are a proud patriot and you love this country.
That's me.
And you wish for it to be reflected honorably.
That's me. I'm a proud patriot. I love this country, and I wish for it to be reflected honorably.
To the peoples of Earth.
Yeah.
Then Washington, D.C. must be swept clean.
Oh? Swept clean? Of what?
I believe entire neighborhoods probably need to be emptied.
What? Are you talking about the black neighborhoods, Benny? That's probably what you're talking about, right?
Need to be bulldozed.
Oh! Like Gaza? Or like the West Bank? Because if we're, nah, that's more like the West Bank. If it was Gaza, you'd say, we need to bomb these people, which I guarantee you he believes. It's not the right time to say it. But you just want to bulldoze entire neighborhoods?
I believe that there are places that are so crime-ridden and so infested that you just need to, like, you're just going to have to crack down.
Infested is very specific language. And, yeah, where do you think these crime-ridden and infested neighborhoods are? Do you think they're in the wealthy white areas? Or do you think they're in the impoverished minority areas that the entire system has created for them to maintain or to stay in permanently? I wonder which neighborhoods he's talking about. That's kind of weird.
You're going to have to do the job, and you're going to have to get the crime out of Washington. That's my personal experience.
Oh, you want to get the crime out of Washington? Let Donald Trump go golfing again.
Don't believe the bullshit that you hear online from some reporters. Oh, crime's down in D.C. Well,
the bullshit we hear from some reporters? From some reporters? Oh, I'm sorry. Justice.gov, violent crime in D.C. hits a 30-year low. This is from the Trump regime. Huh. Total violent crime in the District of Columbia is down 35% from 2023. It's the lowest it's been in 30 years, according to data collected by the Metropolitan fucking Police Department and announced by United States Attorney Matthew M. fucking Graves. Suck my dick. I bet you fucking would too, Benny. Oh, I bet you would too. There's helicopters? The fuck? Oh, God, they're coming. They're coming. It's Mossad.
My infant nearly died. You do the job, and you're going to need to be emptied, need to be bulldozed. I believe that there are places that are so crime-ridden and so infested that you just need to, like, you're just going to have to crack down. You're going to have to do the job, and you're going to have to get the crime out of Washington. That's my personal experience. Don't believe the bullshit that you hear online from some reporters. Oh,
you mean from the government? You mean from Donald Trump? You mean from Donald Trump saying that we're at a 30-year fucking low?
Crime's down in D.C. Well,
cat got your tongue?
My infant nearly died in a drug fire.
Why was your infant in a drug house? Huh?
After mass shootings. So
what? Where's the what's the context there? My baby daughter almost died when my meth lab caught on fire. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, DC is not safe. DC, well, my infant nearly died in a drug fire after mass shootings.
He actually looks like he's about to laugh. What are you talking about?
So no, DC is not safe, and I can tell you this as...
Yeah, you know, New York is not safe, man. My dog almost died when I was at a fucking crack den, and Gerard Butler came in looking for his wife, and he started clearing out the crack den, and he accidentally shot a flammable propane tank, which ignited the tarps, and the tarps then ignited the lab. I almost lost my daughter
As a matter of fact, it is one of the worst, most racist narco states and welfare states imaginable. In that neighborhood that I would walk every single day, racial epithets were screamed at us.
Racial epitaphs were screamed at us? You mean like when you screamed the N-word?
Rocks were thrown at us.
What the fuck? Why are you acting like you're the IDF? Rocks were thrown at us, therefore we have to bulldoze the whole fucking neighborhood.
Because we were white people. This city is a sunken place. It is an unsafe place. I mean, if that's what happens to me, imagine what happens to somebody who's like visiting here from a foreign country.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Right? It's totally and wholly unsafe and a scar on the face of our country. And it must be healed. And President Trump is going about that heavy work.
Heavy work. The only heavy work Trump is going through is cradling Putin's fucking nuts in his hand. Dude, like, what do you want? How do you want me to spin this other than the fact that the conservatives are reaching like blatant Nazi levels. Like, they are saying that it is time to bulldoze black communities. That's what Benny Johnson is saying. Beans? Hi, buddy. That's what Benny Johnson is saying here. Shout out to Media Matters here for that tweet. But yeah, all right. So listen, if you're watching this live, stay here. We're gonna keep on going. If you're watching this pre-recorded on YouTube, boys. This guy's heavily funded. Okay, this is also somebody who has been like, he was like potentially involved in that whole Tenet Media scandal where like the Russians were giving money to people like Tim Pool. Allegedly, this guy, Benny, had like a fucking role to play in that, and he may or may not have received money unknowingly from the fucking Russian government, allegedly. But yeah, these are the people that the right has deployed. Just complete fucking psychopathic, in this case, closeted Nazis. Also, I want to point something out. Did you know that during Nazi Germany, being homosexual was a crime? And it was somewhere between like 60 and 80% of the convicted homosexuals were in the SS. Like, the SS was having like giant gay orgies. This is a common thing among like uber alpha macho fascist, we love men, the patriarchy, women suck, dude, women suck, now let me get that ass, bro. Like, it is an incredibly common trope among these fucking people. And the thing is, like I said earlier, there's nothing wrong with being gay, but what is very wrong is being closeted gay while advocating for the destruction of gay rights, which is what the entire fucking conservative party does. It's insane. It's insane. Yeah. And to the Nazis are also fucking throwing gays in jail, and they're fucking. It's insane. It's insane. Anyway, I love you. Have a good one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing and it helps me immensely. I'll see you later. Bye. Oh, wait. Hit that video over there. It's a banger, and I know bangers.